Alright guys, yesterday we got the new official look at Chisa with the 2.8 livestream, and shortly right after, they provided us some additional patch notes on her profile reveal, giving us more info on what this character is all about outside of the basic knowledge that we already have on her, like the fact that she's a Havoc Broadway character with the expected role of a support. Now this character is really unique. Since her initial reveal, many players have been really hyped up for this character as her design really stood out among the rest, and we have been waiting for her reveal for a while now, all the way back since the 2.4 version update. And now she's finally on the way for the first phase of 2.4, which sets a lot of high expectations for this character. So for today's video, let's dive right into what this character is all about, and if you guys want to be kept updated on everything Wuthering Waves, make sure to put on those notifications to not miss out. I got you guys covered with 24/7 updates, especially as we approach the upcoming 2.8 update by next week. A lot more news should be coming out about the update itself, and maybe new official teasers for 3.0 shortly after. And remember, I'm still giving out some free lunite subscriptions, part of the 30k subscriber giveaway, and it's pretty simple to enter. All you have to do is be subscribed, like the video, and then leave a comment down below for one entry, max one entry person. Any rules will be down below. But alright, let's jump right into it and cover the new material that just came out on Chisa. Here we have the Chisa reveal, giving us more about the lore, personality notes, the resonance reports. The first thing we can cover is what Chisa is all about on more of a personal level. So we have top student. Chisa has been a top student from day one. Not that she has ever flaunted her good grades. They say that the copious notes she takes in class are color-coded and formatted like an academic paper ready for publication. They're written in a neat hand, accompanied by occasional geometrical patterns and shapes casually drawn, but perfectly symmetrical. They say since you have had the good fortune to peek into the contents of that legendary notebook of hers, Chisa seems to be living in a world of her own, as if she is always deep in thought and her classmates leave her alone for fear of disturbing her. Note to self, I mean anyone's free to borrow my notebook anytime. So right away, this sets the tone for her whole character. Chisa isn't just smart, she seems like she sees the world differently. It seems her perspective is more analytical and ties directly into her forte later, where she literally sees structural threads and objects. And this does also confirm that Chisa was a student. She doesn't just wear that student outfit for nothing, so she was a student in the past. Now we have piece of cake. Chisa's resonance ability allows her to see weaknesses in the form of threads, but it also comes in handy in everyday life. She can pinpoint a faulty wire in a beat-up electrical appliance in a second, and more importantly, she can slice a strawberry cake into identical wedges, each with the same amount of cream and the same number of strawberries on top. Now, unlike solving a geometry problem, it's a harmless idiosyncrasy, charming even. She simply wants to fare when sharing a tea time cake. Note to self, I am for efficiency, my resonance ability is beside the point. So a bit more of what Chisa is all about, and basically her ability is forensic level perception, which is pretty funny how she uses it because she uses it on cake to do identical wedges. And I love how Crow uses something as cute as slicing a cake to show the efficiency and precision of this character. Alright, next up, let's see what else we have here. So here we have, besides her studies, nothing interests Chisa more than Hong Kong crew detective fiction. Here it says she did take a strong interest in suspense movies and TV series. As she watches the plot unfold, she would press pause from time to time and stare at the screen, her brain running at full speed as she tried to deduce what was going to happen or who committed the crime. Note to self, I'm not spoiling the plot, I'm trying to see if my deductions are on point. This reveals her core personality, hyper observant, analytical, always in problem solving mode. It also reinforces the idea that she's constantly processing information, which will probably tie into the combat animations and her kit. Alright, so we just went over the story, now we're at the resonance evaluation report. Subject Chisa, Resonator type mutant. Tacit mark location, it's on the right upper arm. Here it says subject possesses a cognitive ability to discern the structure, form, and movement of observed objects. You can analyze objects' weaknesses for revision and apply precise interference to induce structural destruction. So yeah, this is 100% going to reflect your gameplay. We saw hints of this in yesterday's livestream when they showed us a preview of Chisa. Her animations did look pretty amazing. Now, overclock diagnostic report, force exhibits extensively in growth potential beyond safety thresholds. Forte stability remains weak, presenting a measurable risk of overclocking. We also have this part right here, which I skipped over, but we have cat magnet. Basically tells us that cats are really drawn to Chisa. Wherever she goes, she has stray pets running to her. She's never owned a cat, but cats really like this character. And we can even see that with her animations. I saw one of her idle animations where a cat appears. We should see that later on. But let's see what else we have here. I don't want to make this video too long. So next up, we're now at the appearances. So we have the face. So Chisa wears neutral expressions and likes to do things at her own pace. Her red pupils are full of life, always alert and analytical. So basically this character is quiet, calm, but laser sharp. We have the school uniform. Chisa wears a black school uniform. This is an old Star Torch Academy uniform, but Chisa still wears it out of habit perhaps. So yeah, the school part that we read was actually in the past. She's no longer a character that goes to school, so this is interesting and hints at nostalgia, maybe trauma or a desire to hold onto something stable. Definitely gives a soft emotional undertone to the character, who seems quite logical on the surface. Here we have her hair and red ribbon. The red ribbon, some say, is a symbol of her wish to connect with others and her desire to protect them. So most likely going to be important to the story. We'll see if that's the case later on. And then here we have the old style scissors, info on the cherished item. Here we have Chisa's favorite food, which is chocolate bars. So might be also explain why she constantly fainting. She's basically running at max clock speed, constantly eating chocolate bars. We have Chisa's story. The day they put this color on me, it happened to rain in my hometown. I watched a downpour, and oddly enough, it felt a sense of relief. My responsibility had been restrained, and I told myself, now they won't hate you anymore. So a bit more lore on the character. Now, lastly, we have the character animations. So a few animations here. We have the first thing is the character menu. Then we have the idle animation. She sits on the giant scissors, and then we have a cat that appears, which reflects the cat magnet. So yeah, stray cats tend to go to her. We have the convene animations. We saw this in the live stream yesterday. Looks pretty good. I saw people saying it was underwhelming, but to me, it's a pretty good convene animation. Looks sick. Alright, lastly, we have the Resident Celebration, the ultimate, which looks pretty sick. I know I saw people saying that this is underwhelming as well, but keep in mind, Chisa is a support role, but she's expected to be a support role, so she's not going to be a main DPS role with a crazy big damage ultimate. I believe this is going to be more of a support oriented ultimate, so we'll have to see until her kit comes out. It should be coming out soon, as typically after the profile reveal they tend to reveal the full kit as well the day after or shortly after, so we'll have to see. But yeah guys, that is all the details from Chisa's character profile reveal. Honestly, one of the most interesting characters. You guys let me know, are you guys pulling for Chisa? Since we have the full banners revealed for 2.8, let me know your plans going into this update down below. But that is all about the Chisa reveal for today's video. Pretty amazing character. I'm definitely gonna pull on her, but for now, this concludes all the info for today. So if you guys did enjoy, like the video, subscribe, put those notifications on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.